Hey! Welcome to Thynkit, where we talk about how to be a real human in a world that keeps pretending otherwise. Today, we're diving into the moment you realize your 30th birthday cake tastes like cardboard because your soul is on mute. We're talking about the birthday breakdown. That quiet, terrifying moment when you're smiling at your party, everyone's singing happy birthday, and you're thinking, wait, whose life am I even living? By the end of this video, you'll now walk away with a clearer sense of who you really are, or at the very least, a new excuse to leave a party early. Sorry, I'm having a full-blown identity crisis. Can I take the cake to go? So stick around. Because if you've ever faked a laugh, nodded along two plans you didn't want, or smiled through a milestone that felt empty, this one's for you. All right, here's what's on the menu today. And no, I didn't bring snacks. Unless you count emotional baggage, we're covering the birthday lie. Why turning 30 or cuarenta, old enough to know better, can feel like a slap in the face. The sociogenic self, aka the version of you that's just really good at the ideogenic self. Your real self. Currently locked in a closet, eating snacks and waiting for you to notice it. The crack in the mask, and how to rebuild without starting over from scratch. And if you make it to the end, ILL. Throw in a bonus joke about how adulting is just pretending until someone gives you a trophy. So grab your emotional support water bottle and let's go. 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, point 1. The birthday light. So picture this. You're at your birthday dinner. Candles are lit. Friends are cheering. You blow out the candles, and instead of a wish, you get a sinking feeling. Is this it? Is this the life I wanted? Birthdays aren't just about aging. They're emotional checkpoints. We're taught, by 30, you should have it together. But what if together means a job you tolerate, a relationship that's fine, and a smile that's permanently glued on? Turns out, milestone birthdays don't celebrate you. They judge you against invisible checklists. Career, marriage, house, dog, happiness, all on schedule. And if you're not there, you don't feel sad. You feel guilty. Like you failed the vibe test of adulthood. But here's the truth. You didn't fail. You just followed someone else's script. And that's not a flaw. It's a starting point. Point 2. The sociogenic self, aka the people-pleaser persona. Meet your sociogenic self. That's a fancy way of saying the version of you that's optimized for approval. This is the you that says I'm fine when you're not. Takes the job because your parents would be proud. Dates someone because they look good on Instagram. This version of you is great at parties. It knows all the right things to say. It laughs at the right times. It even cries at weddings on cue. But here's the problem. The sociogenic self is a performance, and performances get exhausting. It's like wearing a suit every day, even to bed. Eventually, you forget what you look like without it. And worse, you start believing the suit is you. Point 3. The ideogenic self, aka the real you. Currently on mute. Now meet your ideogenic self. The part of you that's not trying to impress anyone. This is the you that wants to travel but doesn't post about it. Dreams of quitting your job but feels guilty for wanting more. Actually prefers quiet nights in, but says, I love parties because that's what fun people do. This self isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It just exists. Quietly. Honestly. And when you ignore it long enough, it doesn't scream. It just gets quieter. Until one day, you're at your birthday dinner, and you feel nothing. That's not depression. That's your real self checking out! Point 4. The crack in the mask and how to heal. So here's the good news. Pretending doesn't mean you're broken. It means you were trying to survive. And that's human. But eventually, the mask cracks. Maybe it's a panic attack in a parking lot. Maybe it's crying during a commercial about dogs. Maybe it's realizing you don't even know what you like anymore. And that's not failure. That's awakening. So what now? Start small. Ask yourself, what do I actually want? Not what's expected. What do you want? Try one thing that feels weirdly authentic, like quitting social media, changing your job path, or finally admitting you hate hiking. Let yourselves be in process! You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start showing up for you. Because the ideogenic self doesn't need a perfect life. It just needs permission to exist. Alright, let us recap. Because I know you multitasking and also wondering if you left the stove on. We talked about the birthday lie, how milestones can make us feel like we're failing when we're just living someone else's dream. The sociogenic self. The polished, people-pleasing version of you that's exhausting to maintain. The ideogenic self. Your quiet, real self that's been waiting for an invitation. The crack in the mask. And how that's not the end? It's the beginning. And remember that joke from the beginning? Sorry, I'm having a full-blown identity crisis. Can I take the cake to go? Turns out, you don't have to take the cake. You can just be the cake. Rich, layered, maybe a little messy, but real. Because authenticity isn't about having it all together. It's about being together with yourself. Hey, if you made it this far, you're officially in the VIP section. The people who actually think about their lives instead of just scrolling through them. Respect. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit it twice, just to be sure. And subscribe so we can keep hanging out every week. Because we all figuring this out together. Oh, and comment below. What's one thing you've pretended to like? Just to fit in? Mine was pretending I liked red wine. I don't! It tastes like sadness and grapes. Spoiler. You don't need to do more. You need to be more. Until then, be real, be kind, and if you're at a birthday party and feel hollow, it's okay. You're not broken. You're just waking up. See you next time!